Gems for the Record podcast, man. We here recording live on location in my crib. We got Kobe on the wall, rest in peace. Muhammad Ali, Nipsey Hussle.
Oh man, we are back. I don't like how we intro. Oh, let's get the energy up, bro.
Do we got to restart it?
No.
I think we should, bro.
But I know you normally speak first, so I was trying to let somebody speak to get it out the way.
Nah, you mad because you came in and you was a little.
Damn, I did come in.
Yeah, bro. You came in.
Nevertheless, yo, we back. Gems for the Record podcast.
That was disgusting. I don't like that.
Yeah, bro.
We gotta live with it. We
don't.
I mean, should we, bro?
Gems for the Record, man.
We got another one that we could do. We could get it right on the next one.
That's facts. Gems for the Record back in the building. It's your boy Javon, Don Vaughn,
It's your boy King Eli.
Your boy Marcus.
Swishamaru.
Swishamaru. We're not gonna let you get away with not saying your nickname, bro. You got us effed up.
You gotta add that in there.
You gotta
bro.
put it in, bro.
Ray Swisher, Ray Singun, however you want to do it, man.
Ray Singun. I like that.
I had a
try to hold.
Oh yeah, Ray Luciano. You know, back in the day.
Yo.
Yeah, I know, man. Like
DiBiase ready?
Ray DiBiase. I got him.
Yeah, you got a couple of
Stop being humble, bro.
got him.
Stop sitting on him. Let's go. Shoot.
Well, yeah,
back in
Gems
the
for the
building.
Record, man. We back. We got it's my week to do the docket. Got the sports talk. I got a question though. You got any ideas for like yours? You don't have any guests on yours next week or for the next pod? I mean,
I'm gonna keep it real. I'm gonna probably do the same thing I did last time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Keep it in tuck,
keep it in. Okay.
and we gonna get into some shit. We gonna get into some shit. Man.
Okay, that's cool.
Okay.
That's cool.
Okay.
I'm gonna just say the premise is gonna be just like it is on this NBA talk. Let's talk about it. We got a lot of things we need to talk about.
We gonna get
Okay.
into it.
So it's gonna be. Let's talk about it.
Yeah,
Okay, I like this.
it's gonna be interesting. Just something to look forward to. You know, a little bit of preview. I'm gonna do y'all like Marvel teaser trailers. Get y'all a little bit, but not too much.
All right. I can respect that.
Yeah.
But NBA talk, bro.
We gotta
we
get
back.
into this NBA talk. Let's get into a
Playoffs
quick
are
recap. We got some good game sevens coming up tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
We got some series that ended. So let's unpack it all real quick.
What we starting
I guess we can start with Golden State and Memphis.
Okay.
Tough
Great
series. Definitely a great series. From what I saw, tough fought out series. Memphis definitely showed that. You know, like they remind me of Golden State a little bit as far as like that young upcoming team that got to like overcome the hurdle.
2014.
There you go. Like they had to overcome like the Spurs, they had to overcome like the Clippers. But they are now the team that you have to overcome to get to that next phase. And Memphis, even though they fell short, I feel like, a lot can be taken away. Oh, yeah. If you look at game 6, 70 rebounds to like 40 rebounds.
40, bro.
Kevin Looney had 22 rebounds, 25, something like that. That's a lot of. I think Draymond maybe had 14.
Had 16.
Oh yeah, 16.
Wiggins had 10. Clay had 7. Steph had 8.
A lot of those was 20, 25 offensive rebounds. You know what that means?
Yes.
A lot of second chance points. A lot of like hard.
For a team
that's a lot of
that
heartbreak.
likes to shoot.
Yeah, for a team that likes to shoot. So
Like,
yeah,
fair.
big game Clay. Like Clay came out to play, man.
Nah, bro.
8
Game
for 14
6
from
Clay.
3.
30 points.
Game
8
6
for
Clay
14.
is real,
That is
bro.
No, it's
Crazy.
headband
Game
Clay,
six.
bro.
Headband
Headband
Clay.
Clay, bro.
Bro, game 6 Clay is a real bro. This nigga averaged 33 points in game 6s over the course of his playoff career.
For real?
Yes, bro.
That's
This
different.
nigga's the problem. You do not want to see Clay in game 6 of no series, nigga. My question is actually, I ain't even cut you off, but like, it's weird. You would think you don't necessarily like, okay, you would think like great series would be 7 games, right?
Yeah.
But like, is there such thing as game 6, like 6 game great series?
I feel like they will, if every game was decided within like 5 points, and then,
That's
it's
what I
a
was
lot of lead changes, then that's a good series. Whether it was, a sweep or 5-1 or whatever. I think
As
if
long
it's
as
just
like
a closer,
real, like hard fault.
if it come down to a turnover, you know what I'm saying?
I don't know about a sweep though. If you get swept, that's not
Nah,
a great series.
and nothing to talk about.
No, so
Even if you're losing by 2 points every time, like
for real.
swept is.
So if you had 4 competitive games,
But you get swept. I don't know.
But
if
you get
count
swept.
that
You talking about
great.
4 competitive games in a sweep?
yeah, I'm not saying. So again, I'm not saying like, all right, a team. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about just as a
series.
fan looking at a series, and you go into those 4 games, and you excited and like you engaged, and you like, oh my god, bro, like that could have went either
Down
way.
to the wires,
Yeah,
but I
that
don't
to
know
me,
if
I mean, that's a good
I don't know if
series.
I count it. I would count it as good, but not great. You know what I mean? Like what I'm saying is great is like this series, like Warriors Cavs. You know what I mean? Like 2016, like that type of shit where it's like great series.
I wish I had something in my library that I could pop up. And
I got
like,
something in the
this
library.
series because I know it's some series where you on the edge of your seat the whole time, bro, and nigga got swept.
So
you know what I'm saying?
The Boston Nets series, 116 to 112, 109 to 103.
That wasn't a great series.
But he's saying okay. But
I
the
see
thing
what you
is
mean.
like
To me,
Boston could have won those games.
Yeah, they could have won. They could have won. Brooklyn could have won any one of those games. Yeah.
Brooklyn, my bad. But yeah, like that's like you saying like that.
Like
right
to me,
there.
that was a good series, bro.
Good, yeah.
Brooklyn versus that was a good series, but it wasn't like back when Miami was just blowing niggas out in the first round. You know what I'm saying? Where they, you know what I mean, sweeping them, and it's like we knew they was getting, you know what I'm saying, blown out. You know,
like 30 points type shit.
Yeah, so that's why I'm like, I take
it's a difference. That's why I'm trying to figure out that difference between good and great.
Yeah, that's to me. That's like
you know what I mean?
great. I mean, okay, you're right. Good and then great. It's all close, and you going like game 6, game 7.
Yeah.
All right,
That's what I mean. Like real hard fought. Like,
but what if it's like
Memphis
a sweep?
Memphis really fought their ass off, bro.
Yeah.
Like, of course we know everybody been repeating the same thing, spewing the same thing with 21-5 without Ja. Like defense better, everything like that, rebounding better, all of that stuff. But like the fact that they even just pushed them, you know what I mean? Like, the Warriors really fucked up because niggas with them turnovers.
And everything except for Game 5. That's what we're talking about. Because Game 5 wasn't nothing to talk about. They got it wasn't no push. Anything. I feel like your argument is like not your argument, but your case is everything except for Game 5.
Oh yeah.
I don't know what that was,
But you can't do that.
Well,
bro.
nah, even then, because what was that Game 4? They smacked them niggas.
Yeah.
but they was about 50 at one point.
That's facts. They brought it down to 40, but I mean, they beat the Game 4. They beat them by 30.
30.
Right?
It was 30 at the end. No, five. It was 30. My bad. 5. That was 30.
So it's like it was too uncompetitive game. So maybe it does drop down into good, not great. You know what I mean? So, but it was a good series.
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah, definitely. We got to see a lot of things. Yeah,
you know what I mean? So
Well, okay, but if it's a sweep, I don't mean to go back. If it's a sweep, but everything is a game winner, I think that's a great series.
I can count that. Or if it's like overtime type shit.
Yeah.
Type stuff, you know what I mean? Like it just depends.
Yeah,
on the game
it just
themselves.
depends. Yeah.
So let's get into Philadelphia and Miami.
That was trash.
I mean, they didn't have like we were talking about in the message, bro. I mean, they was missing Embiid.
that was trash.
The first 2 games, 3 games.
Yeah,
They still
first
got
time.
smacked though. Even when he came back.
Did fat suit James Harden come back?
Shit. Magic City James Harden came back.
Nah, for real.
King, what's in Miami?
King of Diamonds, James Harden.
What's in Miami?
Like I don't want to like foreshadow too, but like too much. But no, you got something?
He cannot be in the playoffs and play in Miami.
That's bro.
He can't, bro. Are we not forgetting the finals?
Bro.
Where he was non-existent.
He can't.
In Miami.
In the playoffs.
It's too many strip clubs,
bro. You got
too much.
You
bro.
got to make this nigga like play a series in Utah or some shit. Like,
Ain't nothing to do.
Low-key, you got to get that nigga COVID.
Denver or something like
Tell that
that.
nigga he can't come out.
something crazy, bro. Like where the altitude is gonna fuck with him.
They gonna have to like pay all the strippers to stay at home.
It's gonna be
That's
interesting
it.
to see like this contract situation. I think it was Ramona Shelbourne on ESPN. She played out a few scenarios where they could give him the big deal. They could do something. They could do something. They could get creative. I think she said like
eligible 5 for 274,
270. Yeah,
272 or some shit
something
like that.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
What was
I
his
don't.
average
I don't
this
think
year,
they're gonna
bro?
give him that. I don't think they're not gonna give him that. I think
no way.
I think they're gonna extend him, but they like she said, it's a way for them to get a third max player, but they got to get creative. So we thinking like
They already got 2 max players.
Tobias has to go.
Facts.
No, that's the scenario.
Oh,
They gonna have to
okay.
they give him an extension. It can't be crazy, and Tobias has to go. That's the way. That's how you get the player. But to get into the series though, Jimmy Butler did what he was supposed to. Miami
I
just
stand completely corrected. I'm so sorry.
what?
I stand corrected, bro. I didn't say. I said he wasn't star.
I thought about
started
you.
in his role.
I thought about you. I mean,
Starred in his role.
He did what he was supposed to do.
Hey
Definitely.
guys, I have a drop for this too. You want to? No, I'm saying I don't have it. I
All
wish
right.
that would have been good though. It would have been good. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but
Look at his face. He like, bro.
Like that little gift for the chicken when the nigga like,
I like that gift. I like that gift.
like, bro, nah. I stand completely corrected, bro. He started in his role.
Definitely started
through both series. He was kicking Atlanta ass and he
yeah.
was kicking Philadelphia ass. So I got to get him in his credit. He ain't a superstar, be a star.
I think it's a situation where when James first got to Philly, they looked unstoppable for like the first 3 games. I thought they was really gonna run the table, but I felt like as time started to play his course, whatever is wrong with him, he just started to really set home. Like how many 30-point games has he had as a 76er? 1?
Was it the first one?
Or
That was the playoffs. He had a stretch where he didn't score over 25 for like 12 games and shit like that. 2 months, something like that. It was something crazy.
Is it a fit thing with like the everybody else is on the court? So you think him and Maxey play off each other well?
They could play together.
If you get prime James, they'll be a fucking.
But what's prime James?
Houston.
Houston. 20.
Houston. Like 27.
2 years ago, really 2-3 years ago. Like not too far removed.
Bro.
Yeah. He's not too far removed from winning like scoring titles, MVPs. Like this is just
before the
really
rule
just
change
a few years ago.
I do think that had an effect, but
to a degree.
I also think he's just not in shape.
That's really what I think. I think a good
trying to fluctuate
season. He knows his situation. He know he's playing where he said he wanted to play initially. So get your hamstring in order, get your body right. You know,
I don't think it's.
But he said that about Brooklyn.
I can't. Or it might be the hamstring by way of just not working out. Like you not doing what you need to do to get yourself in proper conditioning. You know what I mean? Like if you're not taking care of it, just like Luka when he first came, he was fat. You know what I mean? Like where you just like you get little knick-knack injuries because of the fact that your ass ain't working out. Like you hadn't put in the work to sustain the long playoff run, or you know what I mean? I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. I can't trust James to do what he's supposed to do. I don't know who he is, to be honest.
I really want to give him a good offseason. That's just me personally.
But that's what I mean. Like what was wrong with Brooklyn? What was wrong with him coming into shape going into Brooklyn?
I think the Kyrie situation turned him off a little bit. That's just me personally.
But that wasn't even guaranteed to win right before the season started.
But I mean, when you get there, I mean, it's different when you think something gonna happen and when you get there and it's actually playing out a whole nother way. They probably had talks.
He wasn't in shape.
I mean,
showing up to that bitch.
I mean, I can't disagree because you stating the facts. But I'm saying like over the course of the season, I'm pretty sure like events just played out to where like I gotta get out of here.
No, yeah, not facts, but like I just mean like that coming in process. He wasn't in shape coming in.
Oh no. That was coming out of Houston for sure.
So I'm like, bro, I don't understand. Like you not doing like somebody else. Like okay, bro. If you don't show up to the pod or whatever, I'm not about to come into the pod and be like, like, nah, nigga, I'm just gonna pick up the slack. Like, I'm not about to like fuck myself over just because you decided not to. Like, that's stupid. That's just I don't like that aspect of
that's
it. Like, I like
right.
his game.
I got an excuse
like
to leave.
that part. Like,
that's what it is, really.
He just seemed like a I don't know, kind of feminine in that aspect. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's kind of hard to really gauge. That's why I say I just really want him to get this off season because he's finna get paid, get in shape, come back ready. Like, and I hate to see the discourse between him and Tyrese Maxey, who's a upcoming player like with a lot of promise. You could just see his frustration glaring.
But I think that James did have a benefit on Tyrese Maxey at the same time, though. You know what I mean?
What not to do?
Not even really that, because like they seem like they have a really good relationship, like where James want him to succeed type shit. You know what I mean? Like it never seemed like no hate. You know what I'm saying? Like where he had a problem with him. It seemed like whenever like Tyrese Maxey was going off, James would be right there behind him, like, hey, yeah, man, young nigga cook, like shit like that, like trying to push him to be better. So I think it's a good part of their relationship. But if he not matching they energy and their intensity to like win, then it don't really matter. Like so. That's just my own perspective. But Miami looked good.
I think
Miami's
they're gonna be a tough out. It's just that aura, like I said, they're a well-oiled machine. The conditioning that they be in, the shape you have to be in order to play for that team. Like they do everything well. Like
bro, they're deep
and they defense, bro.
Good defensive
team.
Defense,
bro. Oh my god.
Kyle Lowry could really like find some type of health, like at least 80-85%. Like they're gonna be a tough out.
I'm gonna keep it real with you. I don't think they even need him. I really don't think they
because you got Victor coming back.
Victor Oladipo's got his shape.
He didn't got back healthy and
he looking good.
He look delicious. He gonna get paid this offseason too.
I don't know about that. He ain't gonna get no max. But I'm saying he gonna get something, bro.
Houston offered him a bag a few years ago. He declined it.
Yeah.
Was it 80?
Was it 80?
I forgot what it was, but they said they was willing to extend him. He was like, nah. He was.
But I think he wanted max money. Because he was only there. He was only there for like 2-3 months, some shit like that. Because he got moved to Miami within that same year.
Hold on, real.
So you sure Houston?
Yeah, he was in Houston, but like they had traded him, and then they ended up trading him to Miami.
Right.
You know what it was?
That's right. Yeah.
You know what it was? I take that back. Hold on. They offered him 2 years, 45.2 maximum contract extension, the most the franchise could offer him before the end of the regular season. He, as expected, Oladipo is pursuing a longer term deal. Sources said something that the collective bargaining agreement doesn't allow the Rockets to offer him until the offseason. Yeah. Oladipo was in the final year of a 4-year, $85 million contract, which leaves the Rockets with decisions to make prior to the March 25th trade deadline. So that's pretty much
makes sense. I wouldn't have signed this shit either, to be honest. Like, I mean, but it's hindsight of 2020 now, of course, because
since
he got injured.
hurt. Now you don't have that. I hate saying like you want that security. These niggas sign one deal and that's security for life. But like I guess like the other deals that come, that's just how they live. You know, they want to keep maintaining that lifestyle at the highest.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, but that cost of living for that.
But it's also not even really just like cost of living. When you think about it, them niggas trying to set up generational wealth, where it's not like everybody has
the first deal.
That's not
generational wealth.
That's not
$80 million.
First deals? That's not
not
first
the
deal.
rookie deal. I'm talking about the rookie deal.
Man, nigga,
when you get your rookie deal, that's like what they have to pay you. Like depending on where you get drafted. I'm talking about the contract after. Like Luka's contract after the rookie deal, 200 like
200 million.
That's what I'm saying. Like that's what I'm saying. Like they be like, I want security. I'm like, nigga. But we going.
But you gotta remember though, sometimes like it depends. Like that first deal might not have been like crazy money for them. They didn't really prosper, like get to their like max level of super, like you know what I mean, like the crazy bag to like into the.
Oh no, bro. Most of these niggas getting bags from their endorsements, anyways.
True.
Like most of them getting their bags from their endorsements.
I mean, that nigga Jason Tatum. Yeah, I about to say Jason Tatum. Talking about he ain't even spent his.
Yeah, he ain't even spent his money. He getting
Jordan,
making most of his off.
You know what I mean? Like
Subway.
Yeah, that's a lot of
bro.
That's a lot of.
You think about it. I mean, like a lot of niggas. Matter of fact, if I'm not mistaken, Beast Mode was like that. He said he didn't spend none of his NFL money.
Endorsement money.
All NFL. I mean, all endorsement money. Just living off that shit. That's genius right there. If you think like that, then yeah, of course.
I think somebody else said it too. Was it Gronkowski?
Gronk got hella endorsements. So it makes sense.
But let's go into Dallas and Phoenix.
Dallas got a shot. I think, bro. I gotta give y'all flowers as Mavs fans, as the Mavs. They have bullied the shit out of Phoenix. They are punking Phoenix. Phoenix has the talent, but y'all had the mentality.
Yeah.
Y'all just wanted more.
It gotta be. Hey, shout out to JK.
Bro, y'all just want that shit more. And Phoenix is really like watching this shit happen. I'm like, bro, who the fuck are y'all? Y'all not the same team from the regular season. Like
theoretically, they were supposed to run through us in theory, like 4-1, 4-2.
I'm thinking like 4. I was thinking it's a 4-2 series, but like y'all just bullying these niggas.
They showing a lot of heart right now,
bro.
I know that we real Luka based, but it's just the meat and potatoes of our team, like the Jalen Brunsons, the Spencer Dinwiddies, the Reggie Bullocks, the Dorian Finney-Smiths, like. It's just pieces that fit. I feel like we're really one piece away. But to be honest, I really feel like we could make a run. Like, if we pull this off tomorrow and have to play against Golden State, that'll be the biggest test for Luka thus far. But it's like, just to get there, though.
Mm-hmm.
We beat the best team in the NBA. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, record-wise, like, that's crazy.
That's throwing me all the way off. I'm gonna be real with you. Just because, like, it ain't even that the fact that y'all, like, I didn't expect that from y'all. I didn't expect the way Phoenix is playing right now, but the fact that y'all like just bringing it to these niggas every game,
every game.
It went for me wanting Luka to get out the first round, like I said, just for him to see what it looked like. To like, man, we go to the Western Conference Finals. Like,
okay, wait a minute. Okay, all right, guys, all right. Hey, man, keep it going, guys. Keep pushing.
And I think that's what I'm learning from these playoffs, bro. It's like, how important IQ is, how important like effort is. You know what I mean? Like if you have a great IQ and everybody on your team has a great IQ, you'll go far. But like effort
goes
like
all the way.
bro,
buy-in.
You see it, bro.
Chemistry.
Like Brooklyn, man,
teamwork.
got star players, but minimum effort. You know what I mean? Like minimum IQ. Like everybody is just ISO ball. Like the Mavs, I gotta give y'all credit, bro. Like
appreciate it.
Thank you.
Luka IQ is fucking amazing, and the effort from like Bullock and Finney Smith to lock these niggas, not even really lock them down, but just make them work.
Yeah,
make them work for everything that they getting. Make them settle for jumpers. Make them like the fact that they got DeAndre Ayton, and it's like, bro, DeAndre Ayton should be fucking 25 and 10 in this series. And they letting them get guarded by Finney Smith, but Finney Smith just like, I'm not about to let you get the ball. So it's like, bro, I gotta give them the niggas their credit, bro. It's just, hey man, respect.
Job ain't done yet though. It's gonna be game 7, hostile environment. This got to be one of those games where we can't shoot ourselves in the foot. Like we got to minimize the turnovers. We got to capitalize on second chance points, loose balls. We got to call the timeouts when they need to be called. We got to hit our open shots. We got to execute everything. Like everything got to go perfect. Luka it's got to be a 40-point Luka tomorrow.
No, Luka,
no.
I was just about to say,
no.
It don't have to be.
No.
Luka need to be efficient tomorrow. That's where y'all have lost all of the games where he got like 27, 30 attempts or some shit like that. Him going off of 40 is not how y'all win.
Well, what I'm saying is like I'm coming from the aspect. Oh, go ahead, my bad. You go ahead.
No, go ahead. Get cooking.
I'm going from the aspect of like, you know, your big money stars. Like that's where they come. Like the Kobe Bryants, the LeBron James, like those road game 7s. Because you know the role players, they flourish at home. You know, home crowd got the home cooking. But I mean, like your meat and potatoes, your stars, like your who's, they got to come in at that hostile environment. They got, like you say, got to be efficient. You can be efficient and still drop a 40 ball. So I'm not disagreeing. But I'm agreeing. I'm agreeing though.
No,
when Luka usually goes for 40, it's not really an efficient night though. When I noticed
he didn't have some efficiencies, but
no. I mean, like he has a few, but like for the most part, like when he go for crazy numbers, it's like 30 attempts. You know what I mean? Like something stupid.
His usage is so high though. Like
it doesn't have to be that way. Like if it's setups, like you know what I mean? Like with his ability, I don't know why, bro. This shit is amazing me. Like why they keep Mikal Bridges on him is beyond me. I don't understand it.
He's their best defender, so you know.
Man, I would put Jay Crowder on him.
It's more of a body. It's more of a body.
Cause he is like it's simple, bro. Like the way Dallas plays is really fucking simple, but it's so effective. Like they put them in pick and rolls until you get somebody on him you don't want him, and he just searching for his matchup. Like just searching for his matchup, bro.
He's so crafty, so that's why it's just hard to guard.
But like the way y'all can beat them, the way I would play the series out, blitz Luka whenever they try to do the pick and roll, get it out of his hands. But that's how y'all can win. Because if y'all knocking down those shots, like if everybody else is knocking down those shots, then they gonna panic and they gonna try to like overcompensate for certain things, and that's when Luka can cook. But like the way they are right now, they just letting Luka cook them, and then they overcompensate then, and then like everybody else is already in their rhythm, getting involved and shit like that. So that's why they be losing them games. But the games that they won, that's how they did it. And the games that y'all won, that's how y'all did it. So it's like it depends on which team shows up tomorrow. Like as far as Phoenix and Dallas, like if you get 20 from Brunson, 15 from Spencer. You know what I mean? Then Finney Smith giving you like 15 because he gonna be open at least 5 times for threes. If he knock them hoes down, you good. Like y'all gonna win. Because Phoenix is selling for a lot of fucking jumpers, bro. And they turning the ball over like crazy.
Shooting, yeah, they've been having a lot of turnovers. And Chris Paul, I don't know what happened to him lately. Like
they put a bigger body on him, and that shit is wearing his ass down.
Yeah, he's not that shifty. It's more IQ these days. Like he know when to pick his spots. He know when I need to go on like a little 8-point run like that. When I need to be passive. So
he ain't had that none of this series, bro. And it's really been throwing me off because it's like, bro, you like Reggie Bullock is a good defender. He ain't a great fucking defender. He not like somebody that should be able to shut your ass down. But I think old age is finally caught up to him.
Yeah, Father Time catches us all. Yeah.
Like the fact that he's guarding you 94 feet, that's what's fucking with him. So I don't know, bro. I think y'all really got a really good shot of winning, though. I don't know how to call it. I can't really call who's gonna win this one.
It's definitely a toss up. To be real, it's toss up. I really think we go in there and shock the world. I really do. Not even being biased,
I'm not even surprised, bro. Yeah. Seriously, I'm really not. Like, I think y'all can win.
I think if we have a good third quarter, we come out after halftime and we're efficient, we're getting good shots.
Close out the half too.
Yeah. I'm not too much worried about them closing out the first half. I'm more worried about the third quarter and them couldn't, because it really could have been over last game for the series, because we really should have won that game when they blew us the fuck out. Well, and the reason why I say that, you got to see how they defend Luka. And to what you were saying is, he has to be efficient. He can't cause a lot of turnovers. No. He likes to try to force it, and he'll try to, put the team on his back forcefully. And it's not really, because then you start messing up Brunson's flow. You start messing us Dinwiddie's flow. You start messing everybody's flow up, because instead of how the ball is supposed to be getting moved to the open man when they collapse on you, you're trying to take a man down to the paint and do your little footwork to get him off balance. But then when you do that, the defense can shift because you're not moving anymore. You're in one spot and you're pivoting, right? So now they can basically, like, you had the quarterback vision. What was that, Madden? 2009 or whatnot? And you had your vision, right? But you see where his eyes are, so you can basically block his passing lanes. So if you look at all his turnovers, it's him when he tried to back some Mikal Bridges down. Right, he tries to back him down, tries to do a little post move turn, and then he'll look. He's looking for the ball. Sometimes somebody's automatically here, but that man is right there to pass that, get that passing lane instead of the ball, and that's most of his turnovers. He's supposed to be there. Nope, and that's gone. They go on to score the other way. So he has to watch that. But that's how Phoenix will win. They're going to win because they're going to allow Luka to get into the paint. He's going to stop. He's going to, because he can't take Mikal off the dribble. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, he not even guard. Like, that's why y'all be killing them, because they put him in so many pick and rolls. That's why I don't understand why they put Mikal Bridges on him in the first place, because he's just gonna pick him off him. He gonna take his fucking time. He'll take 12 seconds of the shot clock, just making sure he get Mikal off of him.
That's the point.
He get Chris Paul on him.
That's why they doing that, because it's taking so long for him to get him off of him. That's why I say he gets stuck. And then he starts looking to pass, and then that's how they really get Lou, because it's all really Lou and shooters. So that's really how they've been getting us. So these guys got to keep moving. They got to keep doing the back screen cuts. You know what I'm saying? Screening off each other, and Luka don't need to bring the ball up. Jalen Brunson needs to bring the ball up, and then Luka needs to get it in the flow of the offense, and then that's how he can keep his guys off the dribble. That's when we win. Yeah. But yeah, I mean that's my 2 cents with it.
Got in your bag, brother.
Nah, that's facts.
So I was sitting back. I was letting everybody do their thing, bro. I had mine in the clip too.
I think it'll be a good series. I mean, it'll be a good game 7. I think we in for a great game 7. We just got to see it play out. But
hell yeah.
On the opposite side, we in for another great game 7. Milwaukee and Boston.
I love this series.
Me personally, I'm gonna just come out and just say this. I think that game 7 is just really gonna come down to who won it the most. I know you got defenders like Marcus Smart, Drew Holiday, Giannis. Al Horford, older defender, but still a defender. Celtics got good defense. Boston could play good defense. I just feel like this is really gonna come down who won it the most. Which Tatum is Tatum gonna show up as far as like him and Brown like scoring 30 apiece, 25 apiece, something like that? Is Giannis gonna drop another 40 ball? What Drew are we gonna get? That is really gonna play a big component. What Drew are we gonna get? It's a lot of components, but it really just come down who gonna want the most.
You wanna know the sad part about this series? You about to get hard fought game 7. Then you got to turn around and face Miami.
That's different. It's gonna be harder.
That's some bullshit.
You go from fighting out for your life.
And I'm gonna keep it real with you. That's why I'm leaning towards a Eastern Conference champion, because these motherfuckers is gonna be battling out.
It's very possible.
Like they've had much harder series to go through than the West. I just feel like, because a lot of the West series was like 4-2, like super quick, kind of like to the point. Like,
it's only game 7, right?
Yeah,
I got Milwaukee.
So it's like, yeah,
I got Milwaukee.
I'm gonna give it to the Celtics. Yeah, because you gotta. Again, we talked about this, bro. Giannis don't really have a bag, bro. He got a finger roll bag. I'm starting to understand. Like, he got a finger roll bag out this world, but as far as like clutch moment, needing that shot, that's what's his name? Crazy Eyes. His
bag is dominance.
Yeah, bro. But he's not a closer. He's not a closer like Millington is, bro. And they need that.
How not?
That's just a 1-2 punch.
I mean, that's facts.
I'm just going off of how they play with each other, bro, and how like he's had him his whole career, bro.
I think he had like 16 in the fourth quarter. That's a fucking closer.
Did they win?
I mean, Boston. What do you want? But Boston is shooting ridiculously from the 3-point line. If you look at their 3-point percentages for both teams, they made like 4 3-pointers, like 4 or 5 3-pointers in the game. Boston made like 15. It's something stupid. Like they're up like a crazy like that's plus minus on threes.
You going to we saying the same thing, bro. Like they.
But that's not.
I get an edge to.
It's not
to
like
Boston.
It's not like Middleton about to come in and hit 10 3-pointers. Like, you know what I mean? Like
it's not that. It's just he's a little bit more of the efficient scorer. He can get you. You know, I'm not saying Giannis isn't, because I mean all his points is coming in the paint anyways.
They say he doubtful anyway.
No, he's not coming. He might not even be in the next series.
He might not even.
So it's like, I see what you're saying. Don't get me wrong. I see exactly what you're saying. That's literally how it works.
I don't think they got enough. Because
that's literally how it works.
You got to have enough niggas on the court to want it. You know what I'm saying? You got to have enough niggas on the court to want it and have the confidence to make that shot when it needs to be made.
That's the problem.
You know what I'm saying? But who's on the court? Who's on the court with Giannis that's confident to make that shot?
I think a lot of niggas are confident to make the shot, but his shot is just too wishy-washy.
We was just talking about he needed to show up in the last series.
But it ain't effort, though. It's never effort with him. It's just whether he on or not.
That's pretty much it.
Like the other day, he went like 10 for 31 or some stupid shit. Like, it's just not efficient. And he could shoot you out of the game just as soon as he could shoot you in that bitch. Like, I don't know. Like this last game, it could have easily went to Milwaukee. Mm-hmm. Jason Tatum put the motherfuckers on his back.
Mm-hmm. That's why I'm giving.
Because they had it down. It was like 95-91. Giannis fucked around and hit a 3-pointer to bring it to 4, and then Jason Tatum checked back in the game. And that nigga ran off 11 points. And there's a shut that shit down.
I think this is what Jason Tatum, him or Jaylen Brown.
Nah.
Whether they
not Jaylen Brown?
No, ain't nothing against, but this is Jason's time, bro.
I think this is where
he need Jaylen Brown.
This is where
I'm saying, but he gonna be the one.
This is where
that's where the difference. My bad. I'm
oh no, I was about to say this is just where he put himself amongst the elites. Like if you could take out, like they say, Giannis is the best player in the league. If you could take him out, this is where you solidify yourself as a bona fide certified superstar. Like this is how.
The one problem I
have
with
put him in like top 5 conversation.
Just like we gonna talk about later, they gonna asterisk that shit.
How?
Middleton.
But
that's a part of the playoffs, bro. That's a part of the playoffs.
You know how this is.
I do, but I'm saying it went to a game 7, so like if it was a 4-2, some quick real like on the light side.
Middleton, it probably would have been a 6-game series, Milwaukee.
And I still got Milwaukee.
I mean, yeah, but like, bro,
I get what you're saying, though. I get it. I mean, but
they love to asterisk shit.
That's them.
Days. They love to asterisk shit. So
if it ain't an act of God, bro, they can't asterisk shit. If it ain't COVID, bro, you can't do that, bro.
I don't know, man. I got Boston. I like Boston, bro. I really like Boston, bro, because the motherfuckers fight. They just fight hard, and they shoot well. They defend well. And they don't turn it over as much. That's what I hate about the teams that I'm seeing. Like I love watching the Warriors style of play, but these motherfuckers turn that bitch over.
They give you the ball
way too much,
they
bro.
give you the ball.
That should have been they really should have been a 5-game series, even if it was with Ja. I don't give a damn. They gave them a lot of turnovers.
Memphis could have easily won the series.
Oh yeah. Because Golden State keeps them in the running, bro. They having like 20 turnover games, 18 plus turnover games, like.
I hope we get this game 7. Yeah, keep going.
Oh yeah.
I mean, if the same Golden State they played against Memphis played against y'all going to the finals. Because they turn on them. They turn it over.
The way we play our passing lanes, bro. The way I know, my bad. I didn't mean to. The way we play our passing lanes, it just I don't want to look too far ahead because we could lose. We possibly lose this, right? But yeah, bro. We didn't blew Golden State out a couple times this year.
Turnover. Well, no, they don't count.
And it's based off of turnover. But no, based off of
that wasn't a team.
Based off of turnovers. You know what I'm saying? This wasn't like they wasn't like. You sure?
No, Steph was out one of them games, and Draymond was out one of them games. Like it was a couple games where they didn't play.
We beat them without Luka one time too.
I mean, I don't care about that.
What?
Like
that's a more of a significant drop than not having.
You say you don't care about that, but name the games that we beat them without their stars.
That's what I'm saying. Like I don't see how that makes a difference.
But you just,
I guess he was trying to use the playing field based on
that's what I'm saying. You beat them without Luka. That's great. But if they stars not playing, how does that matter?
Shit. Yeah. So the way they play, the way their offense is, like y'all said, the way they get the ball up, bro, the way we play our defense and how we play the passing lane, we like they kryptonite. I think we match up well against them too because they don't really have that. They don't really have that.
They
big.
don't turn that ball over. You're not kryptonite. They beat themselves. That's the only reason I could see them losing is them beating themselves.
All right.
Well,
My bad.
No, you good. On to the next.
Skip on the head. We were talking about Boston and
it's time to have we gotta have a few installments when it comes to these. Well, not installments, but like a few like topics that we gonna do like the conversation or let's talk about it. We're gonna get into a couple of those today. So the next one, we're gonna have the Ja Morant conversation. I feel like as of recently,
let's talk about it.
Nah, that's the next one.
That's the next one.
Okay.
I feel like recently he's been kind of injury plagued a little bit, and you know when we get attached to a player, we will start to love that player, and we don't want to see them go down in injury. And Ja's getting a lot of love right now, and him being so athletic with that frail. I'm not saying he's frail; he's an athlete in the day, but like with that frail build,
his frame is slim as shit.
With that frame, with the slim frame, you know. We don't want to see another Derrick Rose situation, you know, because like the play style is kind of the same. You live under that free throw line. That's where he lives at. He's really a bang type of player, like bang, bang. He going to go head up with anybody, not afraid. He going to try to dunk on anybody if he can. So
that's facts.
Is there a situation where his reign will be short-lived?
There could be.
Yeah. It's life. And it's big-ass possibility.
It's always something about with like guards with that explosion.
Mm-hmm. Penny Hardaway. Like Baron Davis,
the way they play it is always that much torque on the frame or some shit. It's just always weird. It's kind of like Zion with his frame. Like it's something weird about like having that much power coming from your legs. But I don't know how niggas work out. I really don't know. I don't even know if it has anything to do with your workout regimen or the way you take care of your body. Like freak injuries just happen. Like that D-Rose shit. That shit was freak as fuck. Like that was a floater. That wasn't even like a crazy like athletic play. That was off a floater.
Shouldn't even been in the game.
That was like a.
I don't know why he was.
I think that was on a usage type of thing too, because he was at a high usage that whole year. Like,
yeah.
Like they was shit. Him, remember
that was his MVP year. I mean, in the playoff, the playoffs was the MVP year.
I mean, even with Kobe when he blew out the back of his foot, bro, like his Achilles or whatever it was, like, bro.
Yeah,
he was playing heavy, like he was carrying them, bro, and shit, his body gave out. If you look at what that Derrick Rose, that Bulls team, bro, Jimmy Butler wasn't there yet, wasn't coming to his own. You really Luol Deng, he couldn't.
Yeah, that was. I mean, that was a good Bulls.
It was a good Bulls team, but as far as creating, like a playmaker.
I mean, the fact
it was just Derrick Rose
centered around.
Yeah,
him.
it was
everything was centered around.
He had a
him.
prime Joakim Noah, like really don't get a lot of credit.
Defensive player of the year.
Defensive player.
He could pass his ass off. Got Tom Thibodeau, hard nosed coach who going.
They had Kyle Korver, right?
Yeah.
Kyle Korver was a shooter. It was Derrick Rose, Kyle Korver.
No, that wasn't Jamal Time. That was
Luol.
Kirk was coming off the bench.
Kirk was coming off the bench.
I know he had went to Atlanta.
Did they have Carlos?
I know at some point he was with Chicago with D Rose, but I don't remember when like it was if it was around the injury time or not.
I don't think he.
I think it was both. I think it was like
a little before.
Later.
Yeah, or maybe it was.
That was with Carlos Boozer, right?
Carlos Boozer was there.
Carlos Boozer, Jamaica Noah. Luol Deng, yeah, okay. Jamaica.
But yeah, back to Jado. Do y'all? How long do you think he could keep this type of play up though before something like serious happen? No, knock on wood.
I mean, the weird part is he's actually like his pushing the ball is like the same, but like the way he attacks the rim is kind of changed. You know what I mean, like it's not based on as much explosion. I mean, people just assume that because they see like highlights of the dunks and shit like that. But he not attacking the basket like trying to, you know what I'm saying, bang on niggas every time. It's like he finessing, like, you know what I'm saying. He got like this nigga English on the ball is fucking amazing, bro.
It's English,
yes, bro. Like the way the nigga be finger rolling that shit, like, you know what I mean, like I don't know, it's amazing, bro. So it's like he can. It depends on his ability to mature and continue to develop his jump shot or whatever. You know what I mean? Because he's been willing to take more jumpers and to like try to preserve his career. I think he's pretty smart as far as like knowing like he can't survive just off of athleticism. You know what I mean? Because he uses a lot of floaters, like a lot.
Yeah, he
of
does.
floaters.
Yeah, his game isn't just centered around just dunking and just like he has a lot of in his bag. I would say
So it just really depends, bro. I really hope it's not another D-Rose situation. But I don't really like the fact that they trying to blame Jordan Poole for that shit. Like I don't really take that as that. Because if you watch that whole play develop, which I had that shit somewhere up here in the video or whatever, but that nigga,
you gonna have to put it.
Now you got to do it.
But nah, you gotta. Like you saw, like his knees buckled before he even grabbed him. You know what I mean? Like he had buckled, he had did a move, and his knees started buckling, and then Poole had pulled his knee. So I think it was like a bang bang type of play.
Bro, have you ever had your kneecap moved? Like slightly, like this part? Has that ever like happened to you?
I think it happened to me, maybe.
Bro,
Everything used to
Like
happen. We
somebody moved it, or like just
like
in general.
like you're like this, right? Like, and that's basically kind of how he was, right? This is, you can, if you do one another, you can force it, right? So you keep saying right and looking like. Anyways, if you look at the play, and like you said, the replay, it doesn't seem like he grabbed him that bad. But in real time, and that part and how sensitive that is, and you in full force with it, he really might have,
due to the fact that he had dealt with knee injuries all year, like all throughout, both of them. You know what I mean? Like,
and then you have somebody move, like literally, like you like just a little bit it gets moved, bro. That shit gonna hurt.
I mean, of course,
but that's the point. That's gonna put you down.
I'm just saying, like they making it seem like Jordan Poole intentionally did that shit, like was trying to go for his knee, cause like just
probably was.
Just look like what happened with Dylan Brooks and the whole series in general type shit.
People think he really did that. I don't know. Maybe we got bigger problems in the world.
Like if you literally just watching the play, bro, he just like he see him going for the ball, he grab at his knee like to try to like stop that nigga momentum or whatever. And maybe, and I'm not saying it don't hurt, but the fact that his knees are already fucked up, that's what hurt him.
Possibly.
Nobody with healthy knees, you're not gonna have the same problem. But if you got injured knees already, like your shit gonna be injured. So I don't know, bro.
Well. Ja, stay healthy, bro. Hope you get healthy because we want to see you around for a long time.
Definitely.
And we want to see you make a lot of money.
Don't want to see you change your game up because of it either.
There you go.
Now it's time to get into it. Let's talk about it.
I
really wish we had my bro on for this because he said, and I quote, "As long as there's breath in my body, I will hate on Golden State forever." So I really wanted him. I wanted him on for this, but the playoff history for Golden State were the past easy because a lot of the times Golden State had a long string of like good health for a long time, and I feel like up until a few years ago, then they finally start to see what other teams started to go through. But a lot of the times, it was a situation where like a lot of the teams that they play, somebody was banged up. So
that's the playoffs though.
That's the playoffs, but a lot of people say that.
It wasn't easy. It's not easy to go to finals 5 times in a row.
It's not.
I don't give a damn what nobody say. I don't give a damn, bro. It's not easy to go.
So are we going off of like what, like certain year, like the first year, second year?
You could just do it in general. Like, okay, like I remember the first year they went to the finals. No Kyrie, no Kevin Love.
Kyrie got injured game 1 and they just beat him. Mm-hmm. They beat them game 1. So I don't really want to hear that part, but
who game 1?
Golden State beat them game 1.
Yeah, they beat them game 1, yeah.
Yeah, but like Kyrie was there for game 1.
He was there for game 1, yeah. Game 2, they won. Cleveland won, I believe.
Is that the one we was watching?
It was. I think they won the first two, and then Cleveland won game 3.
No, Cleveland won game 2.
Yeah,
and Golden State. Because I remember at the end of the game, LeBron, he took the ball, he slammed it down on the ground. He started all that type of stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, they did. They won game 2 and 3 actually. Then they reeled off 3 straight. So I don't understand how people try to. They won back-to-back games with him being injured, so I don't understand that. They just ran off 3 straight after that.
Yeah. And then you got what happened? You remember Chris Paul? I think it was 2018 or 2019.
2017.
Chris Paul?
2017, because they played them 2018. Oh no, was it 2018? Then they played them 2019,
because that was the one.
It was 2018 and then 2019.
That was the one they really could have won. Houston could have won that one. Really could have got them. Yeah,
Chris Paul got hurt. Yeah. Dang, but those were some good playoff games. Now it's a great playoff series. That's a great playoff series.
Houston Golden State joint. Yeah,
that was a great playoff series, bro.
I don't really. If you want to count that one, yeah, I will count that one. Because they actually had a legit shot at losing. Mm-hmm. Even though I really, if we keep it in the book, bro, that was Kevin Durant years. Like they wasn't gonna lose that series. They wasn't gonna lose this.
So that made their path easier because they had KD.
Yeah.
Yeah.
KD. What they call the
So does that give them an asterisk next to their championships?
I don't put asterisk during their championship run. I just don't.
How can we say that they had an easy path with KD and then be like, it's not an asterisk?
But I'm saying, Golden State.
But you still got to execute. That's my thing.
Golden State gets even more of the hate. Like, I even seen people last night was like, congratulations, Golden State. You beat Dylan Brooks.
Yeah.
Like, no, we're not doing that. I'm like, you got to play who in front of you, bro.
And plus, you got to think, the motherfuckers was actually playing better without Ja Morant.
When the ball has to flow more. Like it's a lot of balance.
1,000 times better without Ja Morant on the wall. Ja Morant, they was cooking Ja ass. That's the thing. Like they not like I don't know, bro. I don't know.
Who else did Golden State play that was banged up? I feel like I'm missing somebody.
I thought that was it. It was Houston and Cavs.
Because I only brought this up because this was an argument that I heard once upon a time. Maybe it's my fault. I didn't do due diligence to look up as far as
what's the run we counting from 2014 to 2019?
We can.
All right, so I got the series up from 2014 to 2019. So they smoked the Pelicans. In 2014, 2015, they smoked the Pelicans 4-0. They pretty much smoked the Grizzlies 4-2. Rockets, they smoked the shit out of them 4-1. And then they had played the Cavs 4-2. 2015, 2016, they smoked the Rockets 4-1, smoked the Trailblazers 4-1.
What was the rosters on the Trailblazers? Well, this was Dame, CJ.
Yeah.
That was at full strength. I mean, was that Portland team or
what do you call a full strength Portland team?
Well, they always injured.
They was always injured. They were. I think they was missing.
I think Nurkic was
out. Yeah,
but Nurkic is like 17.
They might have had
11. It depends.
It don't affect nothing though.
Nah.
I think during that time
it wouldn't.
Then the last time they played Portland was up in every game, but they still lost. I believe
they was losing double digit leads. I think they was up by 20 in the third one time and they got killed. I really wouldn't count that one because Portland just don't. I think they just maxed out. Like when they made it to the Western Conference Finals, it was like that was it. Yeah. That was the best they could do. And even that, I think they lost 4-1.
It's in there, right? It's Golden State's run.
It's 4-1. No, that was the year before they went to the conference finals. That was 4-1. But the conference finals was the Thunder series where they came back 3-1. Game 6 Clay. I mean, what can you do?
What can you do? That's the real question.
Clay really saved him that series. I don't think you get enough credit because I don't think Steph really was inefficient as hell during that series, if I'm not mistaken. So I mean, there was just a little bit of foreshadowing what was going to happen in the finals.
I'm trying to see. Hold on. I want to stall a little bit because B Millz say he's coming on. They said give him a few minutes, but I want to see.
I mean, we can still keep going, breaking this shit down. Just who they faced.
Yeah. If you got it, go ahead.
Yeah, because 2016, 2017. Okay, no, it was the Spurs. It was the Spurs. Kawhi got injured.
Kawhi got hurt.
Yeah. I mean, but they smoked them though. It was
before that, since I was getting their ass, but before that, though, I think that was game 1. He got hurt though. No, I mean like the score though. I'm talking about like before all that, because you remember.
But yeah, it was up 30.
That's Greg Popovich though. You know they going.
It was up 30, yo. But they lost that game.
But I'm saying though, that's just another piece to the puzzle though that I'm trying to put
I don't see them losing that series. I can see what niggas saying, but I didn't see them losing that series. Like, come on, fam.
But what I'm saying is like Golden State, like the microscope is on them times too.
It's always people want to put asterisk on shit. That's how they justify the runs that niggas go on. They like, you did this. Well, like just like they did with New England in football. They like, oh well, you faced this team or this nigga cheated or some shit like that. Like, fam, you don't go on a 20-year run of dominance, nigga, like they did off of just cheating, nigga. Like,
you sure?
Yes, very sure, very sure. Especially when your ass already got caught twice, nigga. Come on, fam. like come on, bro. I just don't get it. But that would be the other one. I would suppose the Spurs, Kawhi. Cause even then though, that 2016, 2017 run, they was smoking shit. They went 4-0 on the 12 Blazers. They went 4-0 on the Jazz. They went 4-0 on the Spurs, and then beat the dog shit out of Cavaliers 4-1.
Oh,
they lost one game in 16. I mean, in
what
17
year was that?
games, 2016, 2017. It was the first year with KD. They was smoking shit.
I'm trying to remember. Did they swept them the next year, right?
They swept everybody.
No. They swept Cleveland the next year.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so that was the game. I want to say game 4. But Cleveland beat the brace off Golden State. I think they just wanted to win it at home. I think that's what it was. Because they had a crazy game against Cleveland.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, against Golden State. That was game 3. I mean, game 4, I believe.
Yeah, it was game 4. They won the first 3. Then Cleveland won 1. And they finished it off at home.
Just for time's sake, I gotta ask y'all a question about KD. Do you think he regret going to Brooklyn?
No question.
Because he left a beautiful situation. Because like I said, I see why he went from OKC to Golden State. As far as basketball wise, like just if we talking about just the game of basketball, I see why he went. But do you think him wanting to go be his own man, kinda? You think he regrets it a little bit? You leaving a stable situation?
No. I think he went to Brooklyn for more than just. He went to Brooklyn to kind of solidify his legacy, I think, because a lot of people, like Mark Javon saying, everybody want to put an asterisk on shit. Mm-hmm. So if you're on the team and they like, oh well, y'all motherfuckers a super team, you took the cupcake, took the easy way out, and he ain't really trying to hear all that, bro. He's one of the. That's disrespectful to me. I feel like that's disrespectful to kind of even put that on KD because. He's like one of the smoothest motherfucking scorers. You can't stop this dude in his prime. Like, you can't stop him, bro. 7 foot with a handle, mid-range, 3-point.
Definitely.
Anyways, that's disrespectful to even say that's going to tarnish his legacy. But again, you playing with Curry, you know what I'm saying? Clay, Draymond. I mean, shit. It's going to take it away from you. And everybody's you're not gonna get the respect that you want. Like, you're not. So and then I don't understand.
Move. No, that's a legacy move.
Yeah, it's a legacy move because it's like, how is it that LeBron can go from this team, you know what I'm saying, and then he got to collect niggas around him, and then nobody's saying that he's taking no cupcake and no easy routes, right? But
he still get killed. I mean, y'all. I think it's different for y'all because y'all don't really do the social media aspect. Now you kind of get into it and you seeing. Like, niggas is crazy online.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like, you see LeBron get killed. Like, niggas, bro, they relate everything.
Well,
okay, cool. Because that's
the algorithms that we have It just show Golden State getting killed for the most part. Like they just,
I think because
that's what I was gonna
Lakers,
say. Like
the
this
Lakers,
Golden State
they out right now, so niggas done already got they shots off. It's
I'm
kinda
just
like
I'm just speaking on like if you look at the legacy
no.
and you take it down to just LeBron, KD, right?
I think because he accomplished more.
Because who? LeBron
accomplished.
I mean,
more,
he accomplished more, but he accomplished more with more too.
I mean, individual accomplishments.
With more too.
Yeah, but like this nigga second scoring, like second scoring, top 5 and like rebounding. I mean, he's gonna end up.
You don't think KD? You don't feel like KD
steals
wouldn't think that he better than LeBron?
Of course, in his mind, hell yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. That's where it is. That's what that going to Brooklyn and then say, all right, cool. I'm finna go here. We finna build up something here, and I'm finna get these niggas they first ship.
One chip ain't gonna.
In Brooklyn,
one chip is not about to change. That it's not about
in
to
Brooklyn?
change their legacy.
In Brooklyn,
it'll just be better. It'll be better on KD.
If his mind,
in New York, in Brooklyn, yes.
If his mind, no, it's gonna add to his legacy if you get a chip on your own.
Yeah,
no question.
There you go.
Yeah.
It's not about to do shit but a LeBron versus KD debate.
Oh no.
No, I wasn't. No. I wasn't trying to say that at all. I was just saying
in his mind. If that's what he's thinking, you fucking tripping.
No, to just say he did something like he like, all right, nigga, I came here and I got these niggas shit type shit. You know what I'm saying? You can't compare that 9-year, 8-year run that LeBron had versus anybody. I'm sorry. I mean, we don't know. We don't know if Jordan hadn't went out and played baseball, what the conversation would be like right now. I don't even think we'll be talking. I think everything in here would be Jordan. We would have like Jordan. He would have took over the world somehow if he had played those 2 years. Like he would have been president and everything. Anyways,
so let me ask you a question, Javon. In the back of his mind somewhere, do you think Kyrie regrets leaving LeBron with that?
I do.
It's just that the covering that it came with.
I do. I definitely do. I ain't even gonna say it just because of that. I think what it is that he realizes like before LeBron got there, Cleveland was dead in the water. Dead. They had a couple years where they was like first and second as far as worst records. So it's like LeBron get there and then you think like you learn how it is to win. Like you learn how to win. And you think
at the highest
you're just gonna take that and go elsewhere.
Doesn't work like that.
It don't work like that.
LeBron is built for that.
It's not how it works. So it's like, bro, you go to Boston and it's your chance to lead, but you don't know how to lead. Like when you were leading the Cavs, they weren't going no fucking where. When you were leading the Celtics, they technically wasn't going no fucking where. They didn't really start winning until you got injured. And then they went on the run. Like something crazy. So it's like, I mean, of course, I think if I'm not mistaken, Gordon Hayward got injured before him. So yeah, they could be an asterisk.
He got hurt early.
So that could be an asterisk. He got hurt the first fucking game. Mm-hmm. But like, you know what I mean? Like, so that could be an asterisk if we play an asterisk game. But I just think he might miss that the fact that he could have learned more from LeBron before transitioning out. Like the way they went about, I think he regrets the way he went about it. You know what I mean? If anything. But at the same time, it's fucking Kyrie. Like he take vacations. Like that shit is PTO or some shit. Like fam, you're in the fucking
real.
season.
Nah, for real. He literally took PTO. He took PTO in mid season.
Like bro, I don't know if he really regret that shit. So I don't know.
Yeah, I'm calling. Yeah,
you gotta connect, right?
I am. I'm connected. I'm just waiting on him to hit me with the text.
I was trying to do it without putting it into the.
Oh no, we good.
We keeping it real.
We're keeping it real. Yeah, we good.
You know what I'm saying?
All right, cool.
I just
you might want to go ahead and connect your
mute that shit.
Connect it.
I'm connecting now, but at the same time, I feel like you said, he got to see what winning looks like at the highest level because it ended up they achieved the goal. They won a championship, but like I said, LeBron is built for that type of stuff. I don't know if he thought he was just gonna take it with him and just like,
that's what it seems.
I guess like adopt that philosophy on the Boston Celtics, but it's just different. Like LeBron, like he embodies what it means to be like a champion, what it means to lead a team. Like if the team is in a bad spot, And when it's time to go talk to the media, who gonna take that? It's gonna be LeBron. You know, I don't know if Kyrie is that type of player. Who's gonna lead the troops? Who's gonna be in the middle of the huddle, getting guys together in the locker room, making sure we do this? I think
that's the difference.
I think LeBron. I don't know if LeBron did that, but I think at one point in time, nobody on the Cavaliers had any facial hair. It was just a mustache, and I think that was like a thing of like a bonding thing. And I know they all had the same color suits in the finals one time, or it was the playoffs. But
that's the year they got the shit beat out of them, if I'm not mistaken.
But those little simple things right there, like just to bring everybody together. I don't know if Kyrie has those characteristics.
Intangibles, dude.
Like him and KD, they hoopers. They are the epitome of what it means to be like a hooper. LeBron James is a hooper, but he's the epitome of what it means to be a leader. You know,
even though he got his shortcomings too.
We all do for sure.
Definitely do. So it's like it's not. I think. Well, I really couldn't even speculate on that type of shit, bro. I think he just wanted to. Like he took what he learned and he wanted to adapt it on his own type of terms because he didn't want to be the little brother. That's kind of what it is.
I think he saw the writing on the walls
but at the same
made
time,
a correct move because what he would have been left with, bro, without Bron.
That's what the fuck it is.
You know what I'm saying? What he would have been left with, bro, with
I think the way, like, just like you showed, like the graphic, the shit that you showed us in the text messages like 2-3 weeks ago or whatever, like, where it's like LeBron kind of strips your team down. He builds around himself and he strips all your picks and all the shit that you can actually use to make yourself better post LeBron. So I think like he was just like, okay, I see what you're gonna do.
Yeah, I see.
Y'all think if Kyrie had to stay, LeBron would have eventually left? Y'all think he would have left Kyrie?
Yeah, I think he was already. He was still gonna leave, bro.
Because the way Golden State was, like, they wasn't gonna beat them anyway. I don't think there was no chance of the Cavs beating Golden State with KD. Like, it's just in my own personal opinion.
Because I'm trying to see how I could play this out because it's like if Kyrie stays in Cleveland and LeBron stays in Cleveland, if DeMar still gets traded, do the Raptors not beat the Cavaliers?
No.
Kawhi, Kyle Lowry,
Marcus you say he still gets traded?
DeMar gets traded. We in the multiverse right now. I'm saying like if the DeMar trade, like there we go. Like if the DeMar trade still goes down, do the Raptors beat the Cavaliers? That's a different Raptor team.
That's a different Cavs team for them face.
I feel like the Cavs will have to make up. I feel like if
Raptors
LeBron
had the best chance they ever. Go ahead.
I feel like
no question.
I feel like if LeBron stayed, I think they would have ended up trading Kevin Love. So we would have had a totally different.
I need a bell. Ding 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 ding.
We would have had a totally different. We would have had a totally different. What's it called, bro?
We 5 for 25 on drops.
Like, bro,
our field goal percentage is horrible.
Like, dude, we like Steph. Yes.
What about? No, that's done.
Stop.
All right, I'm not gonna do it. Man, don't get mad at me, bro. It's a lot of buttons. Anyways, yeah.
But who for who though?
I think what they would have done. I think they would have went small.
They still can't trade this nigga. He been a Cavalier for like 10 years now.
Well, see, he was dealing with a lot of injuries.
I really want them to make it.
You know, he was dealing with a lot of injuries, but I think before he had got hurt again, they could have made some type of trade. And I think they would have transitioned to more of a small ball and would have. I
said even in. I think they diminished his value with the way they made him play. They diminished his value, so that's why he couldn't trade him. That's why he can't trade him.
I kind of feel like they would have been better if they just kept Wiggins.
Actually, I would have liked to see that. I really would have liked to see that.
It would have been a small team
with LeBron. Just think about that though. They would have really changed the game before.
The whole premise of LeBron's greatness is the fact that he could play 1 through 5.
Yes. So Bron at 5 with that.
Show me, nigga.
And he still bring the ball up, and he still got those wings, shooters, defenders, Kyrie.
Because you got to think. Golden State be having Draymond at the 5. He fucking 6'5".
They're the Kings of small ball. Like, for sure. They're the Kings of small ball.
Like, come on, bro. Like, this league, yes, of course you'll get killed by niggas who actually use they big man. But the problem is, there's a lot of teams that don't even fucking use their big men anyway. So it's like, yeah, you might get out rebounded, but what you gonna do with the rebound?
And you gotta think how they was getting killed. I mean, you really can't have Kevin Love out there when you got all them shooters from Golden State busting.
Well,
right?
Kevin Love actually had to change his game, like same what Chris Bosh did. So he wasn't that rebounding machine he was in Minnesota. Chris Bosh wasn't the same player he was in Toronto. Like, you have to really change your game. You are a stretch forward now, whoever you are. Like, you are the stretch forward with LeBron.
Definitely.
Sure. But
that took away.
we could come back to, I think Mill ready. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna finish out the pod with him. I'm gonna go straight to topic number 4, and we're gonna finish out with B8. So I'm finna call him now.
Could just call that nigga and say he was on.
You connected, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he already connected. It's muted, so
See you.
yeah. When you answer,
Yo.
Hey yo.
B8. B8 Mill, what's going on, brother?
Big for sure.
What's going on, man? You live on the Gems for the Regular Podcast, man. Appreciate you calling me.
Man.
What's good with you, dog?
Yeah, I appreciate y'all for having me on, man. Appreciate y'all for
Definitely.
How's everybody doing today?
Pretty good.
Hey, man, hustling and surviving.
Good.
You know what I'm saying? How about yourself, man?
What y'all talking?
Out there in New York.
Doing good,
You out in
man.
New York, right?
Yeah, from New York.
Yes,
I
sir.
just got up, man. I'm just good. I'm good though. What y'all discussing, man?
So yeah, man, we next on the docket, man. We're gonna finish out the pod with you if you got some time for us, but we're gonna get straight to topic number 4. Do the playoffs miss LeBron James? So we're gonna since you the guest, we're gonna let you go on with that. Do the playoffs miss LeBron James? What you think?
I'm gonna say no.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say no. The reason why I'm gonna say no is because LeBron is older. I mean, he's 37 years old. So to me, LeBron got less basketball ahead of him than he do, than he's had behind him. So
Thanks.
the league always going to be having that overturn the players. So now it's kind of like a Giannis era now. So I don't think the NBA missed him not being in the playoffs too much. And plus, there's always a lot of polarization around LeBron. Some people hate him, some people love him. So I'm sure there's a lot of people who don't mind him not being in the playoffs. So that's kind of my thoughts. From a Lakers fan.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely a lot of haters out there that hate LeBron. But I see what you're saying, though.
I think it's a lot of with all this new talent that we amassed over the past few years, like the Lukas, the Devin Bookers, the Jason Tatums, Giannis coming into his own. Like, it's just a lot of the talent is fruitful right now and it's flourishing. Like Adam Silver has to be like pleased right now because it's like your biggest attraction or one of your biggest attractions in LeBron James. He's out, but the playoffs is still like a spectacle. Like new additions, like Ja Morant's, the Trae Youngs, like that next era. We got to see even the up and coming like Pelicans team with a lot of promise. Nobody's really talking about nobody's talked about LeBron James. And that's like a good thing, respectfully.
But you need compelling series too. Like that's what I think. This is what the main thing is. Like it's been compelling. Besides Atlanta getting their ass stumped out, like you know what I mean. Like it's been compelling, legit series. Like even if LA would have made it, they would have fucked around and got swept in the first round. So it's like, yeah, you could have been there.
Yeah,
it's like, yeah, you could have been there, but nobody gonna want you in there fast and get swept. It's not compelling. It's not a good storyline for us to live with. So it's like, I think there is going to be a demographic that definitely misses LeBron because they are diehard LeBron fans. But like at the same time, the basketball fan themselves, they're like, bro, we got good games. I don't give a shit what LeBron doing. Go take your ass
the basketball fan, but the Lakers fans, they definitely like.
Oh yeah. They still delusional. They think they're gonna run this shit back.
So
we're gonna get it soon. We're gonna get it together soon. We are. We're gonna get it
Lakers fan.
Yeah, Lakers fan.
Oh,
big Lakers fan.
Big Lakers fan. Yeah,
so, So how you feel?
But I'm realistic with it though. Yeah, go ahead.
How you feel about like not being in the playoffs this season though? Because I feel like at the beginning of the season, y'all did have somewhat of a lot of promise, but like to see the way the season play it out. How do you feel about like not being in the playoffs when it was all said and done though?
Well, for me personally, I mean, once we got Russell Westbrook, that was either gonna work all the way or it wasn't gonna work at all. And you all see how that didn't work at all. There wasn't no real in between with that. So So once that didn't work, and then you're seeing the rest of the team, Anthony Davis still can't stay healthy. The NBA ain't gonna wait for you, man. Like that's what we were just saying about all the young players. Like you're not gonna just be in the playoffs because we got a vet team. Nah, you still gotta win them games against all them younger teams. And we didn't have it this year. Like we couldn't beat nobody. There was so many games earlier in the year we just can't do it. The team, the makeup of the team, it just wasn't for us. So, and LeBron got a lot to do with that. You know, he's supposedly one of the people that's listening to as far as the moves the teams make. And this is the result of it. So the result of it is you don't make the playoffs and you get bumped out the year before that. So, but he's 37. So to me, LeBron is kind of capped to what he's going to be in his career. I mean, at this point, you know, I want to see some of the younger kids anyway. Like, you got the Lukas, and like I was saying with the job. So, from a Lakers fan, I'm a diehard Lakers fan, but I'm still pretty realistic. So, I don't think our time won't be back until, you know, after the LeBron era. I don't see us really doing much now.
Do you see the LeBron era coming to an end as far as the Lakers soon? Because this is last year's contract, right? Yeah. I don't think. I mean, I feel like he's gonna probably still play. Maybe his goal is to play with his son, but I don't think LeBron is probably looking at other things as far as like maybe the numbers. Maybe he want to catch Kareem still. I mean, he got 4 now. It's gonna be tough for him to get another ring, especially when all the gap. It'd be so much of a big gap between them. I mean, he just won a couple of years ago, so he just has got a ring. But the league is just keep evolving. Like once Giannis got a ring, man, like I know he's trying to get more of those, and other people think Giannis getting them. So it's looking like it's a new guard where it's not going to just be LeBron winning or KD and those guys winning. So I think the league just has your era. Like you don't really see too many of them great superstar players like that winning that late in their career. Like at 37, 38 years old, even the best kind of tapped out by that point. So. And I guess he just had his moment, I think 4 is good. He's had a great career. 4 championships is a good enough amount of rings, but I don't really see him getting another one. Well, at least not with us. That's a real Lakers fan right there. I like that though. I like that objectivity. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. You gotta look at the field and what you got. Like we don't got no 25-year-olds right now. Our youngest player, Anthony Davis. It's like a damn toothpick, so
bro.
Can't stay healthy, and that's what we invested in. So we gotta take our lumps from what we got. That's what we signed up for.
That's facts. Do you feel like I feel like that the loss of like players like Alex Caruso, JaVale McGee, stuff like that. Like I feel like the loss of those is what really changed that. What could have been y'all real window of opportunity. You know what I mean? Like
you're right about that. You're right. I mean, at this point, you might as well have kept Kuzma and Caruso's and Caldwell Popes and all of those. You might as well have just
exactly. I really do. I feel like y'all went for the gusto and it just kind of backfired. You know what I mean? Like I feel like the greatness of the Lakers
backfired though. That was an easy call. Like
seriously,
no one thought that was a good idea. But the Lakers, they're the only ones who thought that was a good idea. And I think people just try to be smarter than everybody else. It's okay to go with everybody's opinion. Most people didn't think Russell Westbrook didn't work. Like, you guys try to prove us wrong. It don't work. Just let it be not working. It's okay. You costing me my team. You giving me grief. I gotta see all the losing and watching all the suffering and watching Russell Westbrook do the good stuff that he's doing. Russell Westbrook is cool. He's just not cool on my team.
He's still the same Russ. That's the main thing. Like he's the same Russ, but it's not efficient. It doesn't translate. Don't work. Doesn't mesh. You know what I mean? Just doesn't fit with what LeBron does. With what this team is made to do. Like prior to Russ, they not made to push the ball. They made to slow it down and get good possessions, but. That's not Russ, and that should have been clear from.
LeBron knew that.
Like, come on, bro.
He think he's trying to be smarter than everybody else. Sometimes it don't always work like that.
He tried to
play basketball. Know what they're talking about too.
He tried to play chess before he needed to make his move. Like he was like, okay, well, I need somebody to help carry us through the season, so I can turn it on during the playoffs. But if that person can't even carry you through the regular season, you can't even make it to the playoffs. So it doesn't benefit you.
Come on, man. And I don't see how we get under it. Like we clearly got to trade him, but I just don't see how they're gonna turn it around in time. Like I said, the league is not gonna wait. So all these other teams, they're gonna be trying to get better too next year. So I just don't see it.
Nah, you speaking.
So a continuation from number 4, is the league ready for his departure? Because when we saw Michael Jordan retire at that All-Star game, he said he left the league in good hands. You had like T-Mac, Kobe, Dirk Nowitzki, Vince Carter, Steve Nash, Allen Iverson, Shaq. Yeah, I mean, you had a plethora of players who really did carry the league, like Paul Pierce, KG, Tim Duncan. Do you think the league is in that same point, B Mill? If LeBron was to announce his retirement,
I think it does hurt that a lot of the superstars that you probably would rely on, they just not there. If you look at the Kyries and Ben Simmons and KD don't seem to be who he is, and there's no Zion. So to me, there is like a void of like of talent to where you might still want to rely on a LeBron James, but I don't think they'll miss him much longer though. I don't really think so. I think he'll have his time, and I think the next stars will be ready to take over for him. Granted, it's gonna be a while before we see another player like that. Because even it looks like all the players that we thought was gonna be like that, they're not it. Like I thought KD was gonna be stepping in there, but that's why I give Giannis a lot of credit, man. Like Giannis don't really come with the baggage, and he when nobody else want to be the best player, I'll be the best player.
Yeah, that's facts. And the fact that he improves every year, every year he goes and does something physically to himself, does something to his game. Like the jumper, that's it.
That's it. That's all he needs.
Literally it. But like I see what you're saying, where it's like we're not gonna as much as LeBron. Like Jordan is my GOAT. Like like as much as that debate really has never changed for me, but like the respect level that I have for LeBron and where he's taking the game, the things that he's done for the game, like we're not getting that, like from another player for a very long time,
if ever again.
Like that longevity, that ability to stay out the headlines outside of basketball. Like outside of basketball, no scandals, no baby mamas. No nigga suing him for fucking him over.
From that moment he was on Sports Illustrated to like this day, like nothing.
Nothing, bro.
That's crazy.
How did this nigga? But what do he do when he go? I feel like this nigga got the fucking Secret Service team or some shit working for him. He probably be doing all types of dirt. They just be scrubbing that shit from the
Who you talking about, Giannis?
LeBron.
LeBron. Oh, yeah, most definitely.
He's scandal proof.
That nigga got them MIB niggas that wipe your memory.
Say.
This nigga that really took over the world. We just don't remember.
So what you think, Eli? You think the league is ready for if LeBron was to say he's done? You think we ready for it?
Yeah, we got enough. Yeah, we got enough, bro. We got Luka. We good.
Luka ain't LeBron, bro.
I know.
Luka ain't LeBron.
I know. I
definitely
know.
know.
James tree.
I don't think he.
He ain't no branch.
I don't think he league ready. You know what I mean?
You mean
what?
To be like the face?
To be the face of the league? No.
He only 23.
I mean, he still got to clean up his English, I guess.
Yeah, but the way he is, his attitude is not like LeBron. You know what I mean? He not like a kind of
because LeBron, I feel like he attacked political issues too. Like I don't know the person you could really just who's so well rounded. You could just put the mic on and they could just answer everything. Like LeBron really is that. Even though Mike is like the go to most of us, Mike wasn't even that type of person.
Wasn't even like that.
Mike wouldn't answer.
He was just a hooper. But LeBron, he would answer and give his opinion on everything.
That nigga Republican bought shoes too. No, nobody want to hear that shit, Mike. We want to hear you talk that real shit, man.
It's gonna be tough for a player like Giannis or Luka because they foreign players, so. A lot of the stuff that we care about, they're not privy to a lot of that stuff.
That's facts.
Like Black Lives Matter and stuff like that. Luka he's not gonna talk about that. He's not from here. So,
but I think it's another aspect to it too, though. Like Giannis, he can speak on issues that we not privy to. As us being so obsessed with the U.S. shit, niggas have a world perspective. You know what I mean? Like a world view that we don't have. So I feel like it would be Giannis before it would be Luka, just because he has the experience and he has the the media darlingness about him because they didn't go up there and tell dad jokes and shit like that. Like, you know what I mean? He has that where he could be the face. You know what I mean? Like,
I think it takes pressure off the league when things like this happen. If guys like Luka, Jokic, Giannis to a certain extent that I want to say that they're not even going to be looking for those views, right? So it kind of takes that attention away from the game.
oh yeah, I see.
You know what I'm saying?
we don't have to
ask that to them because you already know that they all about hooping and balling and stuff, and then it's not political into the game so it kind of makes sense on that realm if they do.
But
you know what I'm saying? Put them in
now, like the way Adam Silver is, like the way that they accept and like embrace that certain like aspect of the game, like where they made it like, okay, we going to the bubble. Everybody getting Black Lives Matter, say her name, shit like that. Like
they really didn't have no choice.
I mean, of course they didn't, but they embrace it. You know what I mean? Like the fact that the players, like, I don't think it's about to take a step back. That's what I mean. Like, because
no, it's not gonna take no.
You know what I mean?
Not taking a step back. Nah. It's not gonna take a step back. I just think as far as like LeBron leaving and the guys that are there that are in place, like Chris Paul, they all out. They all moved. They all are transitioning. It's all gonna be one.
Yeah, no, they got a whole
a whole. Where they going?
MBPA,
the retirement, APA, a banana boat. They all gonna be on that. They all gonna be on that.
It's gonna be one quick wave of nostalgia. Just
you know what I'm saying? With a Ben Gay sticker and some icy hot shit on the back of the nose. Take your old ass out of here.
But yeah, last but not least, and this is a controversial one. Do championships that have an asterisk really hold weight, or is it just something to say? Because like I guess the one for most recent is when Toronto beat Golden State. We know the result if everybody's on the court, but like I said, you can only play who's in front of you. Why do we? What is that? Why does it got to be like that? But B Millz, what do you think about? Do championships that have an asterisk really hold weight, or is it just something to say?
I think it's just something to say. Like, if you want to put an asterisk on stuff, that's like saying you want to control life. Like, you want to control what circumstances everybody play under. You don't know how life goes, so. Like you were saying about, you only can play under the circumstances that you played under. I mean, championships is about getting lucky. Like, part of it is you got to stay healthy. You need the whole team to stay healthy. You gonna need some luck. So whatever luck that you get is it was just in your favor. So now I don't believe in asterisks at all.
See, now you talking. I like this guy, man. It's one of him and George is kind of like my only two Lakers fans that I really fuck with.
I would have to agree with him though. I really would have to agree. I think. Do you think they try to put one on Golden State when they beat Cleveland? Yep. The first one, right? Yeah, where Kyrie wasn't. Yeah.
See, well, the question is, I think the more important questions is what championships do they consider asterisks? Of course, we talking about
the first two we just said.
Not even talking about Golden State. Well, yeah, my bad.
Oh, you mean in like the NBA in its totality?
Yeah. I get where does that even like? Where has that become such a subjective thing? Because there's only really in recent history, as far as I could tell, like with the advent of social media and shit like that, where they try to like everybody has their opinion. They like, oh well, yeah, Golden State. Golden State don't beat them. Like, fam, you know how hard it is to get through fucking a 20-game season? 20-game playoff? Yeah. Like, come on, fam. Like, you got to, just like you said, just like B Millz was saying, like, health is one of the biggest factors. That's one of the most determining factors.
You have to be healthy.
Finals runs, like, nigga, like, you got to stay healthy through an 82-game season. And then you got to backdoor that shit with, like, 20 more games. 16 to 20, depending on how you working. So it's like, bro.
That's why Golden State was as dominant as they was a few years ago, just because like that good string of health that they had. Like you got to be healthy, and like you said, you got to be lucky to a certain degree. So yeah,
bro, I can't count them. Like you want to count them as asterisks, cool, but do they hold weight? Fuck yeah, because like Steph Curry's a 3-time champion.
No, for real, he gonna be
like it or not.
And counting. Like, depending on how this year goes, and counting, it could be that way. So you never know.
Hey, bro, I want to hear this shit. Like, yeah. I don't know. Just me personally, I couldn't care less.
What about like when the Lakers beat, like back in the day when they beat the Sixers 4-1 and the Nets 4-0? Like they were just so dominant. It's like, what do y'all say about that? Like they play who came out the East, Was it a competition?
Yeah.
No. But like I said, they played who was in front of them. So I don't.
Think about the teams, those East teams, man. They could have beat the Patriots, who was in the Eastern Conference. So if it wasn't the Nets, it might have been one of them. It was still at the same work.
Nah, that's
East
facts.
was real bad back then. That's before LeBron.
Yeah, that's
That
boy.
East was
Yeah.
ugly.
Yeah. I mean, even with LeBron, that shit was still bad for a while.
Yeah,
It was just Cleveland.
It was just Cleveland.
It was whatever team he was on, and everybody else was kind of trash until Atlanta came around, and then Celtics came around, and then I mean, like
Because none of those teams that made it out would have, like, okay, like hypothetically speaking, say Gilbert Arenas and them boys would have made it out.
We looking over Orlando.
didn't
Bro.
they beat them in the first?
They can't beat the Spurs. No, I'm saying they couldn't beat the Spurs. Those Nets team, obviously, they couldn't beat the Spurs.
Oh yeah, you're right.
No, I'm taking.
My bad. I
I'm going
apologize.
back. I'm going back. Like even when Orlando did make it out, they didn't beat the.
No, that's what I'm
Lakers.
saying. You're right. I had to think about that. You're right, bro.
The only team,
no.
as of recent, like those Celtics teams, like those 08 Celtics who celebrate. They gonna be on the tour for the rest of their life for that one ring. But I
For
digress.
one ring.
But yeah, who else?
I don't know. We do the same thing for the Mavs.
No,
I'm just
one thing I can say,
saying we did
y'all
too.
like nowhere near as bad as the fucking Celtics people. Like not even.
Well,
close.
we hardly even bring it up. Really, like
That's what I'm saying.
they
like,
go on
bro,
tour like 2 times a year.
every couple months, one of them pop up on ESPN. They were like, yeah, the champion Kendrick Perkins. Like, nigga, you pay like 12 minutes a game.
I was say they already told you about what the fuck you did and didn't do.
Come on, fam.
Before we close it out, I want to ask you a question about one more question about something we discussed earlier. Ja Morant, with his recent injury history, it's kind of. I know it's kind of early, but like I feel like this list is going to get pretty lengthy at some time if he keeps going through this. Do you think his reign will be short lived if it keeps going like this? What you think about that, B8? Because we don't want to see another Derrick Rose situation.
So far, he's been having like the ticky tack ones. It don't look like a Derrick Rose. It don't look like that yet. But you always gotta wonder when those type of players, the small athletic players, they shelf life, or he could be like Russell Westbrook. So as wild as Russell Westbrook is, he's durable.
Very durable.
Definitely.
I think Morant is going to come down to luck again when they come with the health, because he is small and he's an athletic first guy, which means he's going to be driving in the rim. So his injury chances is going to be high. I'm just hoping he'll get lucky where he don't take major injuries, and hopefully he's committed to his body and all of that good stuff. It looks like he is for the most part, but
I think his pops is pretty
style,
much on top of that. I think his pops is on him. Like,
Yeah,
I think,
his pops don't play that shit.
I think he's on him.
yeah.
He saw that picture with him and his pops and Usher.
Oh yeah, that's
That
crazy.
shit is
right?
fucking
That's
hilarious.
crazy.
That shit is fucking.
I ain't gonna lie. I'm
I know
happy
his
for
pop's
his.
still in his 30s though.
Is that 30?
Nah, he in
Yeah,
his
he's
40s.
He look like he in the
He in
mid
his 40s,
40s,
bro. He in his 40s.
We looked it up.
He's in his 40s, bro.
For real?
Ja Morant, like,
Like 38,
unless he like 39, because he had him
He's
when
like
he was
38,
in
bro.
college when he was like 19, 20. So he got to be like 40,
Ja's what, 22,
Close.
23?
22, 23. He had him in college. I know that much. Because he was playing in college. He was going to go overseas to play. But he decided to stay because, Ja was born or whatever. And he took care of him and raised him up. Which, hey, man, that's what I'm trying to do with my son, bro. You know what I mean? I'm trying to get him to that league, brother. Whatever league it is. Whatever league it is, man.
But BA, man, I appreciate you coming on with such short notice, man.
Definitely.
You
I appreciate y'all having me, man. Like I had dozed off. I had to take a nap for a couple hours. I was like, let me get myself together, man. Maybe get on the podcast, man. I definitely appreciate y'all for having me on.
Oh no, this ain't gonna be the last time, if you don't mind. But tell the people where they can follow you at, man. On your social media handles and whatnot.
I don't got too much social media though, but I got a little Twitter. I be on Superstar P57 on Twitter. You know what I'm saying, not much of a poster, but I got a little social media I do. You know what I mean? Not too big into the social world.
Y'all still running them 2K?
People know me. They know me. Oh shoot.
He a legend this year. I think he said after this year we're gonna play, but like that grinding is there. It's over.
Yeah, man. I done hit an elite status, so I'm kind of phasing out a little bit.
Is 2K missing something?
Done left me.
2K missing everything. They missing our input. I feel like that's what they miss. They don't listen to us. They missing our input.
I feel like this it's kind of like and you might appreciate this, like a paid in full situation. It's like it's like, yeah, nigga got VC, nigga can lead a league. Are the fans still gonna love me?
I feel like we had a run. If y'all really could see, like me and this dude, we had a run. Like niggas was just victims every day in and day out, sun up to sundown. Like people got that work. We was giving that work, man. Like,
dang, bro,
he might be the best shooter on 2K, man. Like I'm just saying it. Like
last of a dying breed, bro. Well, okay,
one of the best playmakers for sure.
2K sales is never. I don't think their sales is ever going to die down.
I doubt it because people don't always play.
What will be the next thing to embark on since like the 2K run is over?
I said, connecting my careers. That's what I've been. Even he knows this. Like I've been saying it. Like
for sure.
we start up on my career. Me and you. Like I don't know if they'll cap it at 2 players, 3 players, but like we in the same my career. Like that's what I'm saying. Like, I think that's a place that.
Oh my god!
I just been saying
That'd be too hard.
Connecting my careers. That's what I'm saying. I don't know how they'll do that, but it's just some. But I just feel like microtransactions is in a place
patent
where
pending copyright.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, we need to get that going. I definitely need my percentage.
Nah, facts.
But I think that's just a place that they can.
That's for the record is represented by
LLC through.
You know what I'm saying? Nah, definitely appreciate you coming on,
Appreciate
bro.
that.
Oh yeah,
Definitely.
appreciate it.
Need to make this like a more frequent thing, bro. For real.
Yeah, I definitely want to have you on again.
For sure, man.
Just,
So when y'all normally do it? When y'all normally be on?
every other Saturday. So like this Saturday, and it'll be Saturday after next.
Okay. What's y'all normal time?
No, we can't.
We can't disclose those.
We can't promise
top secret.
Okay.
We still unorganized.
It's top secret to us. We don't even know the secret.
I say this.
Sounds like a black man's podcast.
There you go.
It's not facts.
I'll tell you this though. People,
Allegedly.
we may or may not start moving around noon. That's just what I can say.
Nah,
somebody
facts,
might call
facts.
somebody.
Okay.
We might need to do like a segment, like a B Millz thought segment, like
Yeah, we're gonna definitely give him
like, some shit like that.
Definitely give him an ISO. So that way you got a platform. Why not share it with others?
Nah, that's facts.
Man, I'll come through for sure, man. Definitely come through.
Yeah,
Nah, we might need to come through New York one of these
for
days.
real.
Pull up
I still want to
person.
go. I still want to go, man.
Like that's low key. That's a trip that like nigga I want to see
trying
New
to-
York.
bro,
I
I'm
always
telling-
wanted to see how it is.
All of my neighbors.
All right, bro. Let me ask you a question real quick, bro. Off the top of your head, first place to go to New York to eat, bro. What's up?
The bodega.
Why not?
Why not?
Why not? Why not? Yeah,
Why not?
go get you a top cheese.
You know what I'm saying?
Top cheese.
Okay.
I heard good things. I heard good. Very
Okay.
good
Halal
things.
truck, halal spot.
Allow.
Well, let me ask you this one. What do you see that lets you know, all right, don't go in there? Like, all right, that ain't good food.
Damn. That's tough.
Why, it's good food everywhere?
You know what it is? So yeah, because most places especially if you're like in the hood, it's all gonna be kind of the same. What I would say though, if you're trying to be like downtown, if you're trying to get a particular thing downtown that you would get from there in the hood, I would say nah. You know, you ain't think you going to like a restaurant and get a chopped cheese, and she gonna have onions and peppers and all type of other nonsense all day. So that probably would be like a
It ain't gonna have that greasy factor.
So basically,
all kinds of
so basically,
nonsense.
like,
That's not it.
Manhattan is a 0 chopped cheese zone. Like we not getting no chopped cheese from
Yeah,
Manhattan.
keep in mind you want filet mignon and you want you want all of that.
No.
We trying to keep it. We trying to keep it all.
Can I ask one more question? All right, bro. I'm a Italian pizza pasta kind of nigga. So what is a good?
Sir.
Let me know, bro. What's up?
I'm gonna keep it real with you. New York pizza did not look good. That shit look like big and flat.
Nah, you wildin'.
You know what
Them
it
hoes
is?
large and flatbread. I can't do flat.
It's the same pizza. It's the same. I don't know. It's like the same pizza. Like I got a pizza spot around my neighborhood, and it's lit. It's about as normal as pizzas you can like get. So like a little mom place in a hood pizza spot. I mean, it'd be normal. To me, pizza is so normal. I don't get it, but people always say New York style. Maybe because I'm from here, so I don't see like the outside looking in. But It be the same pizza. I done had pizza from 100 different places, and that cheese be the cheese, the pepperoni be the pepperoni. That it be the same to me.
I'm gonna keep it real. Somebody might be like a defamation case against New York or something, bro, because they be making it seem like it's big ass cheese pizza where it's
Like
flat.
it's like magically
Big ass
delicious
flat
and
cheese
you
pizza.
change your life. And it be like hella
good though.
Slice size. I mean, I don't know what. I'll assume anybody can give you a slice of pizza. The slice is relatively the same size. It's a slice. I don't know.
Well, then we can forget about the pizza. What about like pasta?
It's fat.
Yeah, they got like.
We're sorry. This
My bad, bro. I just want to look, bro. My bad. I want to know. You know what I'm saying? The people want to know something.
This nigga, he's a food connoisseur.
Like the pasta sauce. Yeah, they got the regular chains like the Olive Garden, and then you got like the mom and pop shops. To me, I think that's the places that got the best food in New York is like all the mom and pop shops. You know, yeah, like got a lot of soul food spots in Harlem. You know, Swisher's location. Swisher specialized in that location on the map.
You know, hometown.
Yeah, a lot of
Harlem,
the soul food spots.
See, that's why,
So,
bro.
like,
We gotta
anything
pull
that you
up to
wanna
y'all,
eat,
man. We gotta pull up in the hood.
Like, mom and pop spots, we definitely gonna have the best food. You know, the chains are good too. The little Olive Gardens and they good too though, but you can get those all the time.
Yeah, I ain't.
But y'all's might be better than ours. You just never know. Like different.
I want to hit the mom and pop.
Yeah, I want to hit the mom.
Yeah, I want to hit the mom and pop
I'm trying to keep it.
I want a general.
I want a mob meeting to be going on in the back. I want that kind of pasta shit.
I gotta go to general.
Mama
sorry.
know. Mama gonna know how to make that thing.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
shit.
definitely.
Respect.
Something that say Mama L something. We going to that job.
Pulling up.
Yeah, but man, we're gonna let you get your day started, man. I appreciate you. I really appreciate you coming on short notice, man.
Appreciate you.
Appreciate y'all for having me, man.
Yeah, we're gonna definitely have you on, man.
Yeah, you got my info. You know, whenever.
Oh yeah.
Whenever you need another guest, you know, just let me know.
I got you, bro.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You enjoy your day, bro. It's love. Appreciate that.
Easy,
All right,
brother.
gentlemen. I appreciate y'all,
Peace, man.
Be
safe. Be safe
All
out
right,
there.
Yes, sir. All right, later.
Yeah, that was B Millz, B8 Millz. If you're an Xbox player, it's B8 Millz on Xbox. One of the best shooters. He might put 40 on you, so be careful going into that rec center with him. But that's us wrapping up the sports section of the podcast. We definitely got 2 more topics. Well, dockets coming. I think y'all gonna like them.
Yeah, we really trying to do some big things, man. Follow us on all social media platforms: Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. Wherever you get your podcast, you know what I mean? We there.
Yes, sir.
Working on some big things. Jen, for the record.
Hello, Eli.
Hey, man, y'all watch and pray. Y'all live holy every day, man. May God guide y'all way. Be safe.